Ashley White. Ashley ball above head on the bounce to the right hand. White top of the key, open for three, takes it, brick off glass, no good. Rebound Morgan State, here comes BB Farrar. Senior operates in the half court, BB down the lane, to the cup, lays it up, it won't go, but a whistle. Contact, a foul. Believe they're going to get Jaterica Settle of the mount for the personal. Stops the clock at the 4:30, make that 2:39 mark of the opening quarter of play. Jaterica Settle picks up her first, team's third. BB at the stripe. The Morgan senior will be shooting two.
Mount St. Mary's not looking as strong as they did a few minutes ago on their offense, and Ashley White wide open and unable to knock down, and she's the leading scorer for Mount St. Mary's. Makes you wonder what you're going to get from her the rest of the go, and now she's taking a seat on the bench. Yeah,
leaves the game, did not start the game. Leaves the game after a few minutes on the floor. Meanwhile, BB made the first free throw. BB has another toss coming her way. Looking to increase Morgan's 16-10 lead. Takes it, can't make it, back rim, no good. Off the rebound, a walk on Hunter Rolson of the Mount. She travels after she got the rebound. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Morgan will inbound, fresh shot clock, 2.5 remaining in the quarter. BB Farrar will trigger in the entry. Off the entry to Kyra Williams. Ty feeds Lexus on the block, a whistle, and an offensive foul on Lexus Spears. Lexus picks up her first, team second.
Yeah, actually, I thought that she was going to get called for a travel, but I guess the referee saw something I didn't see.
The walk on Lexus turns it over. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. They're down 16-10. They have the rock. Catrice Dixon down the lane with the runner. Off target, won't go. Hunter Rosen with the putback. She's been big on the boards early. Hunter gets the deuce to fall down. The Mount climbs to within 4. Morgan has the 16-12 lead. On the other end, Lady Bears go to work. Adriana Coleman on the wing right side, on the bounce right hand. Up top to Kyra Williams, around the perimeter for Jahia Chavis. Chavis picks up the dribble, feeds cross court, Adriana Coleman. Coleman lays it up and in. Adriana Coleman with the long arms, gets the deuce to go down. She has 6 first quarter points. Morgan has an 18-12 lead.
Well, I like what Coleman is doing out there, playing with a lot of confidence and able to, like I said, knock it down.
On the other end, Hunter Rolson with the spot-up jumper. Her 12-footer is good. 4-point afternoon for Hunter. That cuts the Morgan lead to 4 at 18-14.
And Hunter being a freshman, look like she's playing with a lot of confidence out there also. 2 easy buckets back-to-back.
On the other end, Morgan State goes to work. Jahia Chavis on the bounce with the left hand. She'll switch right. Down the lane, we get a bump, backside a whistle. Gonna get a hack. This will work against Jaterica Settle. Freshman picks up her second. Team's 4th. Comes at the 1:29 mark of the opening quarter. Meanwhile, here comes Janessa Fontroy on the court for Morgan State. Bridget Burkhead, the freshman from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, on the floor for the Mount. Morgan to inbound, fresh shot clock, 1:29 remaining in the quarter. BB Farrar set to trigger in the entry for Morgan. Off the entry, Coleman. Adriana lays it up. Rides rim, falls in for Adriana Coleman. She's working on an 8-point afternoon. Morgan has the 20-14 lead. Other end, here comes the Mount. In the half court, Mount goes to work. 3 ball on the way from the wing left side. Off target, won't fall for Bridget Burkhead. Back the other way come the Lady Bears. In the half court, BB Farrar throws it away. Retrieved by Morgan, but out of bounds. Off the hands of Janessa Fontroy. That'll be a Lady Bear turnover. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball.
Well, I like Morgan State getting out and pushing the ball up, and Fontroy is just going to have to be able to catch that ball.
In the half court, Juliette Lawless. She'll feed the wing, Bridget Burkhead. Burkhead top of the key, back to Lawless on the wing right side. Juliette feeds Hunter Rosen. Hunter on the bounce, left hand, picks up the rock. Top of the key with the rock, goes right wing. That's where she spots Lawless, 14 to shoot. Along the baseline, Agantovic. Agantovic almost throws it away. We're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a foul. I believe this is going to work against the Mount. They're going to get Juliette Lawless, I believe, for the bump on Jahia Chavis. Lawless picks up the personal for Juliette, her first, team's 5th. That'll put Jahia Chavis at the free throw line. I believe Jahia will be shooting for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, that time Lamont Lawless, not just a bump, she actually held on to Chavis because she knows she was going to get that ball and go for an easy layup. So I guess the coach may say that that was a good foul.
Morgan thinks it should be a shooting foul. It's the 5th team foul, but if it's a loose ball foul, they won't be shooting. So the Lady Bears will inbound and walk it up. Non-shooting foul with 43 seconds remaining in the quarter. Morgan with the rock. Morgan with the 20-14 lead in the half court. Jahia Chavis. That's the sophomore for MSU out of Newark, New Jersey. She'll pose with the pill between the circles. 15 to shoot. 28 seconds remaining in the quarter. Chavis on the bounce right hand. Feeds BB on the wing. Up top to Kyra Williams. Left wing, Adriana Coleman. Coleman, bounce pass, down low. Janessa Fauntleroy. She'll feed BB to the cup, lays it up, and in. BB Farrar with the kiss off glass. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Here comes the Mount, looking to play perhaps for the last possession of the quarter. Up top, Juliet Lawless. Right wing for Bridget Burkhead. Burkhead, bounce pass down low for Agantovic. She'll lay it up and in. Kayla Agantovic with the bucket right before the buzzer. That's it. First quarter is in the bank. We're going to step aside. We're going to get a timeout. Timeout comes at the end of quarter number 1. Your score, Morgan State University Lady Bears 22. The Mount from Mount St. Mary's 16. Back right after this. You're listening to HSRN, the voice of choice. Did it look like it was working?
Oh, I didn't even look at it. I was going to say Coleman, yeah,
she's a difference
looks
maker.
like
we didn't have that
type.
She looked like a Hampton player to me.
Yeah. She actually reminds me a little bit of the one girl she played maybe like 3 years ago, and she was real long. She was a lot taller than her though.
Oh, okay.
But they look alike, light skin and everything.
Stylishly, almost the same. This is like a prototypical Hampton player.
Here we go.
Stand by.
In 3, 2, 1, on you.
Back at you. Hill Fieldhouse, South Campus, Morgan State University. LG, that's me. RB, that's she. Lamont, Germany. Ramona Bozier, we do it for Morgan State University's Hill Fieldhouse on the South Campus of MSU. Lady Bears, the Mount from Mount St. Mary's. Morgan in the first quarter shooting 47%. The Mount 41%. Mount St. Mary's 7 of 17 from the field. Morgan State 9 of 19 from the field. First touch of the second quarter will belong to the Mount. Mount St. Mary's will go to work looking to chip away at Morgan's 22-16 lead. Ashley White, the point guard, top of the key, feeds Agantovic, back up top for White. Bounce pass for Kayla Hickson. She'll lay it up and in. Gets the bucket, draws the foul as Catrice Hickson is going to be called for the travel. So no bucket for Dixon as Catrice will turn it over on the travel. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Well, that's definitely not what you wanted to start coming out of starting the second quarter and being down by 4 points.
On the other end, Morgan goes to work. Kayla Horn, cross-court skip for BB Farrar. BB on the wing up top, Jahia Chavis, high post, Janessa Fauntleroy. Janessa going to be called for the travel. Yeah, she moved that pivot foot before she put the ball on the floor. That's travel. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. Mount will walk it up early in the second quarter, facing a 22-16 deficit. Lady Bears up by half a dozen. Ashley White, the point guard, leading scorer for the Mount, has yet to score this afternoon. In the half court, on the bounce with the right hand. Ashley controls up top, met there by Morgan's Kayla Horn. Around the perimeter, Ashley feeds a cutting. Catrice Dixon throws up the runner off window. No good. Weak side rebound, Morgan State's BB Farrar. Back to the wake of the Lady Bears. BB in the half court to Kyra Williams. One dribble on the block, lays it up. Right hand won't go. Whistle, actually no whistle. A rebound for the Mount. Mount St. Mary's will walk it up and come back the other way. No scoring as they throw it away. Stolen by Morgan's Kayla Horn. 2-on-1. Horn bounce pass to Williams. Williams lays it up. Misses the layup. Of the third or fourth missed layup by the Lady Bears. Meanwhile, we're going to reach off the rebound. Got to get Morgan State's BB Farrar, I believe, for the personal at the 9:01 mark. No, actually, Takira Williams picks up the personal. That's first on Takira. Third team foul on the Lady Bears.
Yeah, that time Takira Williams just trying to do a little bit too much. Had a missed opportunity with an easy layup and then turn around and just frustrated foul.
She leaves the ball game, replaced by Adriana Coleman. Also, Jahia Chavis back on the floor for the Lady Bears. Ashley White with the walk-up for the Mount. Ashley operates in the half court. Feeds to Terica Sutter. Up top, Agantovic. Baseline Dixon. Catrice is going to be caught. No, actually, we're going to get a foul. A push on Morgan. Going to get Jahia Chavis for the personal. That's 2 on the Morgan sophomore. first team foul on the Lady Bears. Fresh shot clock for the Mount with 8:51 remaining in the second quarter. The Mount will inbound. 3-ball on the way. Off target, won't go for Agantovic. Ball lost out of bounds. Unforced error by Morgan State. As they turn it over, it'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. They will inbound in the half court.
Yeah, nice rebound by Alexis Spears and just put a little bit too much English on that for BB Farrar.
So the Mount inbounds. Off the entry, Ashley White controls. White, the sophomore from Woodbridge, Virginia, on the bounce with the right hand. Faces a trap. In some trouble at half court. Going to reach. Boy, that was touchy-feely, ticky-tack foul.
Yeah.
Man, that was should have been a play on. But they're going to get a foul on Kayla Horn, the Morgan junior. Picks up her first, team's third. Mount will inbound. They got a fresh shot clock. Ashley White off their entry on the bounce with the right hand. Ashley around the perimeter. Hands off to Jatera Casetto. Back to White. Opposite wing on the bounce right hand. Ashley goes baseline with it. Up top, Agantovic. Her three on the way. Hits the triple. Draws the foul. Kayla Agantovic on the way to the free throw line. Looks to complete the 4-point play.
Yeah, Lamont, that's what we talked about early on. You know, this kid can knock it down. 4 for 5 last time out when they played against Fairfield. And that time she had her feet set, focus, put the ball in the hole, and BB Farrar called for the foul.
And Agantovic completes a 4-point play. She has 11 points on the afternoon. The Mount down the deuce. Morgan has 22-20 lead. We got 8:21 remaining. We're in the second quarter. On the other end, Lady Bears go to work. Up top, BB on the bounce right hand. Top of the key, Adriana Coleman. Coleman goes right wing for BB. BB steps inside the arc, takes the long-range jumper, side of the rim, won't go, gets her own rebound. Ball loose on the floor. We got bodies in the paint. We got a jump ball. Alternate arrow points to Morgan. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Yeah, you got to just think about Morgan right now, just playing, you know, loosey-goosey out there. Instead, early on, they did a good job of passing the ball around, finding Coleman, and she was able to knock it down. I think Morgan needs to just get themselves reset.
Fresh shot clock, Lady Bears to inbound. Kayla Horn will trigger in the entry. Off the entry, that's Jahia Chavis. Chavis down the lane, throws up the runner and in. Jahia Chavis with her first field goal of the afternoon. Morgan extends the lead to 4 at 24-20.
Nice out-of-bounds play. Chavis able to knock it down for easy bucket.
On the other end, Mount goes to work. Ashley White on the bounce right hand, switches left. Ashley spin move in the paint. Her fadeaway, 10 feet away, won't go. Rebound corralled by Rebecca Lee of the Mount. They reset the offense, fresh shot clock. In the paint, spot up jumper, Jatera Casetto. We're going to get a foul. Wow. Going to get Adriana Coleman. Adriana didn't think she did much, but the Morgan Junior is going to pick up her first, team's fifth. We'll put Jatera Casetto at the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2 for Mount St. Mary's.
Well, Mount St. Mary's playing with a lot of confidence out there. Each one of their players actually putting up shots. They have at least a good 8 players, Lamont, who has at least 2 points or more. So Mount St. Mary's definitely playing some team basketball right now.
Takara Williams back on the floor for the Lady Bears. Kayla Horn will have a seat on the Morgan bench. Jatera Casetto, she made the first free throw. Second free throw off target, back rim, no good. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Jatera Casetto. Cuts the Morgan lead to 24-21. 7:28 remaining in the opening half. Lady Bears go to work in the half court. The senior controls, that's BB Farrar. On the bounce with the left hand, BB dribbles around the perimeter. Has it now on the wing left side. Up top to Takara Williams. In the paint, Adriana Coleman. Spot up jumper by Coleman is sweet. In double figures already is Coleman. She has 10 points on the afternoon. Morgan has a 26-21 lead. Other end, the Mount. On the wing right side, Catrice Dixon. Catrice dribbles the baseline. She'll throw up the runner in the lane. Front rim, no good. Gets her own. Put back, blocked by Alexis Spears. Rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by Morgan. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball.
Well, what I said earlier about Morgan State's offense is that they need to continue to keep moving the ball around, give Coleman an opportunity to get herself set, and she's knocking them down.
Actually, Morgan State did not touch it last. Last touch by the Mount. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Morgan with the walk-up in the half court. BB Farrar. BB on the bounce with the right hand. She'll feed, high post. That's Leslie Spears. The kick to Takara Williams. Dribble the paint, feeds down low. Lexus. We're going to get a whistle, and looks like we got a 3-second violation against the Lady Bears, Lexus Spears. 3 seconds, we'll turn it over. It'll be Mount St. Mary's possession.
Did you see that pass from Takara Williams? Not quite sure what that was supposed to be, but
it'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. In the half court, Ashley White feeds the wing, Catrice Dixon. Up top, Jeterica Suttle. Between the circles, away from the rock, a whistle. Got to get a foul. This one's going to work against Takira Williams. Takira in disbelief. But loose ball, away from the ball. Takira picks up her second.
Yeah,
Teams in the bonus. I think the Mount will be shooting.
Yeah, I think Takira Williams got called for that moving screen.
Catrice Dixon at the stripe. She'll be shooting 2. So Bears will be, I should say the Mount will be in the bonus for the balance of the half. No team fouls here in the second quarter so far for the Mount. So the Mount can make up the deficit at the free throw line if they can connect. Catrice Dixon takes and makes her first free throw. She shoots 73% from the stripe on the season. Catrice hits her first. She has 4 points on the afternoon. Cuts the Morgan lead to 4 at 26-22. Dixon one more. Takes, makes, both free throws. Catrice Dixon, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. The senior from Hagerstown, perfect from the stripe. Meanwhile, Hunter Rowan back on the floor. Replaces Rebecca Lee in that Mount St. Mary's lineup. 6:24 remaining. We're in the opening half of play, second quarter. Morgan with the 26-23 lead. Morgan with the basketball. In the half court, BB Farrar. BB on the bounce with the right hand. Cross court skip for an open Jahia Chavis. Launches the 3. Rims out, no good. Rebound underneath Anisha Williams Morgan, but she loses the handle. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Mount St. Mary's possession.
Well, I like that Chavis is not someone who's always looking to find a way to score, but she was wide open and she launched it, but unfortunately wasn't able to knock it down.
Yeah, rattled out on Jahia Chavis. As a result, the Mount comes back the other way. Ashley White, the point guard in the half court, feeds Catrice Dixon on the wing right side. Back up top, Agantovich. Kayla goes left wing for Ashley White, away from the rock. We're going to get a whistle, and it looks like we're going to get a foul. This will work against, so actually 3-second count against Jeterica Suttle in the lane for the Mount. They'll turn it over. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Morgan will walk it up with 5:53 remaining in the second quarter. Up 3 at 26-23. In the half court, Kayla Horn on the bounce with the left hand. Horn around the perimeter. Kayla goes right wing for BB along the baseline. Jahia Chavis. Chavis dribbles the paint. Spots up for the jumper. Won't go. Rebound on Nisha Williams. Her putback off window. No good. Rebound Hunter Rolson. Back the other way comes the Mount. In the half court, Mount St. Mary's goes to work. Catrice Dixon on the bounce with the right hand. She'll switch left. Picks it up. Goes cross court skip for Agantovich. Agantovich up top. Jeterica Suttle. She'll feed Ashley White. 14 on the shot clock in the paint. The ball stolen by Morgan's BB Farrar. Back to the way come the Lady Bears. BB coast to coast to the cup. Lays it up. Blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ashley White, the smallest player on the floor. Swatted it away, but it'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Woo! Some nice defensive play by White that time. Actually, I thought she was going to get called for a foul, but she got all ball.
Lady Bears will inbound 25 to shoot. 5:09 remaining second quarter. Kayla Horn to trigger in the entry. Off the entry, Adriana Coleman. Right wing for BB. The Morgan State senior sneaks a peek at the head coach, Ed Davis. Now goes to work in the half-court set. On the bounce with the left hand, we slip inside of 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. BB up top, Anissa Williams. Williams on dribble, the kick to BB. BB splits the defenders, a whistle. They're going to get her for the walk. I don't know that was a walk. I think BB got rid of the basketball before she took that extra step, but they call her for the travel. We're going to get a timeout. We'll keep things here. Timeout comes with 4:53 remaining. We are in the second quarter of play. We got an entertaining affair here at Hill Fieldhouse. Serving up some holiday hoops. HSR in style. Le Mans, Germany, along with Ramona Bozier. 3-point separation, Bozier. It's Morgan 26. It's the Mount 23.
Well, Mount St. Mary's playing with a lot of confidence and definitely doing a good job playing together as a team. And I actually like this little Ashley White. You know, offensively and defensively, she is their leading scorer. Not really putting down, have a lot of points. I think only 2 points right now for the game, but she's definitely a strong presence out there on the court offensively. And how she swatted that ball, that BB Farrar, I thought that she had an easy layup with some great defensive move on her part. So Mount St. Mary's not looking too bad out there on the court, Lamont.
Ashley White getting it done, her floor game. For Morgan State, getting it done, her scoring game is Adriana Coleman. She's 5 of 7 from the field. She scored 10 points so far. She leads all scores. Again, Adriana Adriana Coleman, I think a sweet addition to that Lady Bear roster in 2017-2018, but a close ball game nonetheless. Morgan State sits on top by a count of 26-23. Tomorrow, we're going to do it all over again. Morgan State against the Mount, but this time we'll be in Emmitsburg, Maryland, and this time it'll be the men on Monday night. We'll have it for you right here on HSRN. The Morgan men against the men of Mount St. Mary's. Mount St. Mary's men, a tournament team a year ago. Off timeout, back to hoop. It'll be the Mount with the basketball. Ashley White feeds Hunter Rowan on the low block. Hunter lays it up and in. The deuce is good by Hunter Rowan. Cuts the Morgan lead to 2, or 1 I should say, at 26-25 with 4:33 remaining second quarter. On the other end, Lady Bears go to work. Jahia Chavis loses the handle. It's retrieved by BB Farrar. BB on the bounce to the right hand, operates top of the key. Farrar goes baseline for Horn. Kayla for 3. That rides rim and in for Kayla Horn. Drops the 3 ball from the corner pocket right side. Morgan extends the lead to 4 at 29-25.
And those are the type of results that you can get if you take your time and run your offense.
On the other end, Mount goes to work. Kayla Agantovich throws it away. Stolen by Kayla Horn. Kayla on the bounce. Kayla coast to coast. She'll hold up. She'll spot up. It won't go, but a whistle will reach. Going to get a foul. I think they're going to get Ashley White for the bump. Yeah, that's the sophomore picking up her second. It'll be team foul number 1 on the Mount here in the second quarter. Going to put Kayla Horn at the free throw line. The Morgan Jr. will be shooting 2.
Well, you said that Horn definitely an asset, bringing her in on Morgan's roster, and one, she just knocked down a bucket and then gets a steal at the free throw line and able to make the first one.
From your part of the country, went to Kansas City Community College before coming to Morgan State University. Kayla Horn takes and makes the first free throw. Kayla has 1 more.
Yeah, we actually had conversation about that. We talked about how there was nothing around her.
Well, you know what that's about. Second free throw, no good, too strong. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Kayla Horn. Morgan up 5 at 30-25. Off the rebound, here comes the Mount. In the half court, Mount St. Mary's goes to work. Daly Sullivan has it in the half court. Kickball will work against Morgan. It'll be Mount basketball. 23 to shoot, 3:47 remaining in the second quarter. Mount St. Mary's inbound. Off the entry, Daly Sullivan. She gets it back to Agantovich. Back to Sullivan. Daly on the bounce with the right hand. Around the perimeter goes. Ends up in the arms of Patrice Dixon. She'll leave it for Juliet Lawless. Bounce pass in the paint. It's retrieved by Daly Sullivan. 9 to shoot. Sullivan has it baseline. Freshman pulls up. Baseline jumper is good for Daly Sullivan. Knocks down the deuce for Daly. Her first deuce of the day. Pulls them out to within 3. Morgan has the 30-27 lead.
Well, Sullivan, we talked about her being the 77th best recruit in the country, able to knock down an easy bucket.
Spot up jumper, BB Farrar on the other end for the Lady Bears. BB buries it. That's 9 points on the afternoon for the Morgan senior. Extends the Lady Bear lead to 32-27. Other end, the Mount. Juliet Lawless around the screen. Juliet right of the lane, goes up top. Patrice Dixon. Dixon on the bounce right hand, looks for help. Up top, spots Lawless. Juliet with 14 to shoot. 1 dribble right hand, she'll feed Dixon, but the ball poked away by BB Farrar. A hustling BB Farrar as Morgan State aggressive in the half-court defense. Going to be Mount St. Mary's basketball with 8 on the shot clock. Meanwhile, Caroline Hummel on the floor for the Mount. Has not scored today. Again, she had the big 28 when the 2 teams met a year ago, but Hummel scoreless so far here this afternoon. 7 on the shot clock. Juliet Lawless down the lane. Lays it up, won't go, but a whistle, a foul. I think they're going to get Lexus Spears. That'll be 2 on Lexus. That'll put Juliet Lawless at the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2 for the Mount.
Well, Hummel getting a little bit of playing time. Haven't really been on the court too much since this game has started, Lamont. So definitely still need to make sure that they know where she is on the court, especially knowing that she knocked down 28 against Morgan last year.
Juliet Lawless at the free throw line. Takes, makes the free throw. Her second toss en route. Second toss this week. Juliet 2 for 2 from the stripe. Mount climbed to within 3. Morgan up 32-29. We got 2.5 remaining in the half. Along the baseline, Kayla Horn. Bounce pass, Taylor Miller. Miller up top, Adriana Coleman. Around the perimeter for Morgan State's BB Farrar. BB will settle things down. 15 on the shot clock, 2:20 remaining in the half. On the wing right side, Adriana Coleman. Up top, Miller, left wing Horn. Kayla, entry pass to Alexis. Lays up, won't go, but a whistle. Gonna get a hack. Gonna get Caroline Hummel. Picks up her first team's second will put Lexus Spears at the free throw line. The Morgan senior will be shooting 2.
Yeah, Mount St. Mary's in a 2-3 defensive zone, and Morgan State doing a good job moving the ball around, finding Lexus Spears on the box.
Lexus misses the free throw.
Yeah, got to knock him down.
Lady Bears have had a little bit of free throw difficulty today. Lexus will have one more. 71% on the season is the Morgan senior, Lexus Spears. Her second free throw rattles out. 0 for 2 from the stripe is Lexus. The Morgan lead remains 3 at 32-29. Other end the Mount. In the half court, Lawless. Base pass along the baseline for Agantovich. Spots up for the jumper. Kayla Agantovich knocks down the deuce. Kayla Agantovich working on a 13-point first half. The Mount climbs to within 1. It's 32-31 Morgan State lead. In the half court, Lady Bears go to work on the wing left side. BB Farrar. The Morgan senior will direct traffic from the wing. BB cross-court skip for Kayla Horn. Open for 3. Takes it. Rise ramp won't go. Rebound. Morgan's Adriana Coleman. Lady Bears reset. Morgan gets the new shot clock with 1:40 remaining in the half. BB in the half court. On the bounce with the right hand. She'll dribble around the perimeter. Has it top of the key around the screen. BB has it opposite wing. Spots up for the triple. Side of the rim. Off target. No good. Rebound. Kayla Agantovich. The Mount looking for the lead. Down low. Daly Sullivan lays it up. Won't go. Misses the bunny. Rebound. Adriana Coleman. Outlet Kayla Horn. Here come the Lady Bears with a 1-point lead at 32-31. 1:11 remaining first half. Kayla Horn between the circles. On the bounce with the right hand, dribbles around the perimeter. Kayla dribbles the paint, fills up the run of the lane, off window, no good. Rebound Morgan, that's BB Farrar. We get a whistle, we get a bump. BB stepping on the baseline. That's a turnover. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball.
You know, Morgan State, if they can just be a little more consistent with like running their offense, taking their time, especially when you have players such as Lexus Spears and Coleman out there down on the box and they haven't been stopped. So run your offense, kick the ball out to them and let them go to work.
In the half court, Mount St. Mary's goes to work. Kayla Agantovich feeds Juliet Lawless. Back to Agantovich on the wing. She's walking with the rock. Kayla will turn it over. It'll be Lady Bear basketball with 47 seconds remaining in the half.
Wow, these referees, they not playing. Every little tiny step, every little tiny touch, they're making that call.
Yeah, they on the whistle big time this afternoon. Morgan with the rock. Lady Bears walk it up on the wing. BB around the perimeter. Farrar feeds Kayla Horn. Kayla top of the key. On the bounce with the left hand. She'll run the point for Morgan State. Kayla Horn on the wing, right side. Kayla on the dribble. Has it baseline. Baseline 3 ball on the way. Front rim, no good. Rebound, Lexus Spears. Her putback is good. 8-point first half for the Morgan senior, Lexus Spears. Morgan extends the lead to 34-31.
Nice rebound and finish by Lexus Spears.
Other end, the Mount. Up top, Daly Sullivan. Touch pass left wing, Catrice Dixon. 10 seconds in the half. Top of the key, Lawless. Lawless one dribble. She'll feed Sullivan. Daly for 3. Daly strokes the triple. The freshman from distance ties the game as we go to the locker room. We're all tied at 34-34. A big bomb by the freshman, Daly Sullivan, to send the Mount into the locker room with a little bit more pep in their step. Haven't had a lead all game long, but we're tied, Ramona, at 34-34 as we go to intermission.
Wow, when I look at Daly Sullivan, who's ranked 77th, being the 77th top recruit in the country, she plays a little timid out there. She looks a little timid, unsure of herself, but she definitely was sure when she launched that last 3, Lamont. And so that's the kind of confidence that you want to have going into the locker room that, hey, I can get out here, I can play with this pace and then against Morgan State. And so with her being able to get that confidence at the end, you kind of wonder what is she thinking? What is she going to do? Because right now, I don't think she's put any balls in the bucket. I don't think she scored any points yet, and not having a lot of time on the court. But once again, you know, she's somebody who Morgan State definitely needs to be concerned about when they start this third quarter.
It's a Lady Bear team that had the lead and set the tone and the pace for the majority of the half. So if you're Ed Davis, I know you're a little upset you don't have a lead going into the locker room, tied at 34.
Well, you know, Lamont, when I watching this team and you have seniors such as BB Farrar, who is used to just carrying Morgan State's team and used to having the ball in her hands and used to just getting it done. And then you got Takara Williams, who likes the ball in her hands also, and sometimes gets a little wild when things aren't falling for her. But now you have Coleman out there, and Coleman is looking for ways to score for Morgan, getting it done. And sometimes when that happens, then, you know, you start to play like a little selfish. And I think we got a little bit of that going on right now, that BB Farrar and Takara Williams is trying to do what they have always had to do their last few years. So if they can all settle down and continue to play together as a team, and then allow Coleman to work, and then still getting your points from BB Farrar and Takara Williams, Morgan State could be definitely a strong team to be reckoned with, and not just in this game, but also in the MEAC conference.
Lady Bears shooting 14 of 35 from the field, 40%. The Mount, 12 of 28, 42.9%. They're 4 of 11 from distance is Mount St. Mary's. That computes to 36%. Morgan, 2 of 7 from deep. Lady Bears have struggled from the free throw line, though. Just 4 of 10 from the stripe, 40%. The Mount getting it done from the stripe, 6 of 7. Rebounding edge goes to Morgan at 23-19. Turnover edge goes to Morgan as the Mountain has turned over the rock 13 times. Morgan just 9 turnovers. Leading scorer for the Lady Bears at intermission, Adriana Coleman, 10 first half points. She's 5 of 8 from the field. Lexus Spears has 8. BB Farrar has 9. For the Mountain, nobody in double figures just yet, but Kayla Agatovich has 8 for the Mountain to lead the way as they make their way into the locker room. We have reached halfway home on a Sunday afternoon. HSR and Holiday Hoop being served up from the Morgan State University campus. We are going to step aside. Going to take the time now to intermission. At the break, your score, Morgan State University Lady Bears 34, Mount St. Mary's 34. We're back right after this. You're listening to HSRN. We are the voice of choice.
HSRN, serving up sports.
Hey, what you doing?
Updating my status on Facebook to my 4,000 friends, sitting on bench.
4-minute break, LG.
It's just a thing to do, you know?
Dude, just go to www.hbcuconnect.com and you can connect with your friends without having to tell them all that.
Talking about HBCU Connect.
Dude, are you listening to me? Just go to www.hbcuconnect.com. Type it in. Here, let me.
Hey, no, let go. Wrestling friend over phone. Make and reconnect with real friends on hbcuconnect.com. Get connected.
When you need tickets to a big game or event, Magic City Tickets is your one stop for concerts, sports, and theater. On the web 24/7 at MagicCityTickets.com. Get tickets for the Final Four, All-Star Game, Essence Festival, along with college football classics. Magic City Tickets provides hard-to-find tickets for sold-out sporting and entertainment events from Maine to Spain. Call them 954-981-3800 or on the web at MagicCityTickets.com. Enter HSRN in the promo code and receive free shipping. Magic City Tickets. Your ticket to the world. Are you looking to buy a new or used car but you don't know where to turn for affordable financing? Blue Harbor LLC gives you direct access to a network of top credit unions and lenders committed to providing the most competitive loan programs and enhanced customer service. It's easy. One click is all it takes, and Blue Harbor LLC will do the rest to get you a great rate. You can lower your current car payments by refinancing your existing loans. Go to hsrn.com now and click on the offers page. That's where you'll find the Blue Harbor logo, and you'll begin your road to saving money. Click on the logo and complete an application for a free, no-obligation quote. That's right, a free, no-obligation quote. Again, there's no obligation. So what are you waiting for? Go to hsrn.com and click on the offers page. You can save money and at the same time get the best rates. And it's all waiting for you at Blue Harbor LLC.
Why should you subscribe to Black Sports, the magazine? Well, this magazine covers people of color's involvement and accomplishments in sports and not just on the field. You see, coverage of sports at HBCU conferences is one of the centerpieces of this magazine.
2 minutes, LG, 2 minutes.
Doing big things.
Standing by.
This magazine is all over it. The MEAC, SWAC, CIAA, and SIAC are featured prominently each month. Remember, teams from these conferences always rank in the national polls in Division I and Division II sports. But BSTM also remembers the past contributions by people of color while finding those who are making history today. It's a new perspective to all readers by dropping knowledge like it's hot. So for more information, log on to BSTM.com bstmllc.com. That address again, www.bstmllc.com. Log on now and check out the sports news that counts in the African American community. Black Sports the Magazine, where it's more than just a game.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music, playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day.
30 seconds.
Isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org.
Here we go.
Standing by.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back at you, LG, that's me. We're courtside, we're worldwide. HSRN serving it up on a Sunday. Got a little holiday hoops for you. We're on the campus of Morgan State University. The Lady Bears of Morgan State University. They are on the home hardwood, taking on Mount St. Mary's at intermission. We got a good one. It's Morgan 34. It's the Mount 34. Morgan State Lady Bears looking for win number 3 on the season. Mount St. Mary's, well, they're looking for their first win. They're 0-4 as they step on the hardwood today against the Morgan State University Lady Bears. So you're asking, why will we schedule a basketball game when the NFL was playing? It's because we got you. Don't worry about it. We got your NFL flavor for you. A quick peek at the NFL scoreboard for those of you who just got to know what's going on. I don't care really, because my Steelers don't play till tonight, so I'm good to go. Ramona, your Kansas City Chiefs, they're playing right now, but they're losing. Kansas City Chiefs are losing. What happened to the Chiefs? They started out so good, but I don't know what happened to the Chiefs.
Last few games, it's just been bad.
They're losing again to the Bills. It's 13-10. It's the third quarter, so maybe they can still turn it around. They're losing at home, though, to the Bills. You got to take care of business
You got
at
that
home.
right. I know them Chief fans are not happy at the Arrowhead Stadium.
No.
What's the Eagles doing?
No, the Eagles is rolling. I got to tell you, that Carson Wentz guy, he's legit.
Ooh, 24-0.
He's legit. The Eagles are up 24-0. Carson Wentz is the real thing.
Yeah,
I think the Eagles got a quarterback for life right there.
Yeah,
that dude's getting it done.
Good.
Yeah, three touchdowns already in the game, 15 of 22, 152 yards, and the Eagles all over the Bears, 24-0. So the Eagles are soaring high. Falcons rolling 27-6 over the Buccaneers.
Okay, them Bengals won.
Well, they're playing the Browns, and the Browns do what they do.
I like any time when Cincinnati is not playing a team that I like. They're always my team because I like that coach. So I'm glad to see them get a W.
Yeah, they need it. They're 4-6, but they're beating the Browns today. Browns on their way to their 11th consecutive loss. Colts 16-6 at home over the Titans. That game in the third quarter of play. The Patriots, New England, they got it in gear. They're at home against Miami. 21-10 lead for Miami. Brady 14-21, 2 touchdown passes, 183 yards. Panthers on the road, taking care of the Jets. A close one, though, 12-10. Carolina up over the Jets, 11:22 remaining in the third quarter of play. As we mentioned, the Eagles all over the Bears, 24-0. 4 o'clock kickoffs, 49ers at home against the Seahawks. The Raiders and the Broncos will kick it off in the 4 o'clock hour, as will the Rams and the Saints. Cardinals and Jaguars got a 4 o'clock kickoff. In the nighttime action, I'll have some time to get myself together. The Steelers are at home against the Packers. Pittsburgh 8-2, the Pack at 5-5. Steelers trying to stay in command in the AFC North.
Aaron Rodgers, is he playing?
No, he hasn't been playing. He has not been playing, and not expected to be playing tonight. The Packers got shut out last week by the Ravens without Aaron Rodgers. And without Aaron Rodgers, it's not the same Packers offensively.
Sounds like Steelers will have a little easy win for him today.
That's the plan. But, you never know how it's going to turn out when game time. starts. They want to stay in the driver's seat. They got a 3-game lead in the division, and they're hoping to get it done. Again, Sunday night action will be the Steelers and Packers, and on Monday night, the Ravens. They've had an up-and-down season, 5-5 on the year. Ravens will be at home against the Houston Texans. Ravens coming off a shutout win, as mentioned, over the Packers last weekend. Looking to go back-to-back at home against the Houston Texans on Monday night. Here we got a little hoop happening on the campus of Morgan State University. The Lady Bears of Morgan State against Mount St. Mary's. As mentioned, we're tied at 34-34. Tomorrow night, Coach, you and I will be in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Same 2 teams, different gender. It'll be the Morgan men and the Mount St. Mary's men. Mount St. Mary's, a tournament team a year ago, had that fabulous season. They gave their coach a 10-year contract. That's pretty nice.
Wow.
Jamie and Christian, the head coach, got a 10-year deal. And he's a Mount St. Mary's graduate, so they took care of their own. He took care of them. He took them to the tournament. They won a game in the tournament, but they lost a lot from that team. He's got a lot of freshmen on that team. It's a team that likes to run and gun. They like to push it. They're not shy about gunning it. They will take the threes early and often. It's going to be interesting to see the matchup tomorrow against a Morgan team that has their share of athletes. So it's going to be an interesting matchup tomorrow night here on HSRN.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow when they get out there on the court, you know, Phil Carr, who's been struggling here a little lately, and had a chance to talk to Bozeman for a little bit before the Thanksgiving break, and he's kind of thinking that, you know, maybe Phil feeling a little bit of that pressure, you know, being selected possible player of the year for the MEAC. You got some scouts, you know, NBA scouts looking at him, and, you know, and Phil Carr is not that type of player who is really feels like he wants all that kind of attention. He wants it, but you don't see that from him. And so for someone with his personality, you know, it could be a little, you know, I guess put him in a position where he can feel a little stressed out about it. But hopefully, you know, he can settle down and get out there, because I think this would be a good game for him to have a little breakout and get a little bit out of his slump, definitely before conference play gets started. Yeah, he's a double-double factory when he's on his A game, Phil Carr, and was the preseason choice for player of the year in the MEAC, but frankly hasn't played like it. No. First 5 games or so of the season. Still lots of season left. And, of course, Morgan still without probably their most explosive player, Tywan Kinley. He's mercurial, can be up and down, but he can explode on any given night. Nursing a finger injury, probably won't play tomorrow either against Mount St. Mary's, but when you get Phil going the way he can go and Tywan Kinley back, that's a great 1-2 punch. And Coach Bowes has some additions that have also, he's on McCray, Pace, and he is pacing to have a good year, good breakout year, and could be definitely one of those people that all rookie conference team. And you know, the thing with Kinley and Carr is just that they haven't had a whole year where they've been able to play together. Right. It's like always one is on the court, then the other one's not on the court, and then they got a chance to be on the court at the same time, like a few weeks left in the season, and just didn't seem to have enough time to gel and see how you're going to work this offense around two guys who definitely can put up double digits every night. It can score 18-plus points, and so hopefully Kinley will get out there soon, and Phil Carr can get out of his slump. And then if you can get those extra buckets from Pace and you know you can always get a few buckets here and there from Streeter. So got a couple guys that can score. So be nice to see what they look like all at one time. Second half inbound, about to get underway. Second half about to get underway. As a matter of fact, we are underway. Second half play. Morgan State, Mount St. Mary's. First touch of the second half will belong to the Mount. 3 ball by Kayla Agantovich. Off target, won't go. Rebound, Lady Bears. Morgan operation the half court. Morgan, the Mount, all tied at 34. Along the baseline, a whistle, a walk. Got to get a travel on Jahia Chavis. That turns over the pill. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. They will walk it up, looking for their first lead of the afternoon. We're all tied at 34-34. Well, Mount St. Mary's came right out of the gun and shooting threes, but unable to knock it down. Juliet Lawless, right of the lane. She'll pick it up. Bounce pass up top. Patrice Dixon. She'll feed top of the key. Kayla Agantovich. Agantovich on the bounce left hand. She'll feed the wing. That's Carolyn Hummel. Goes baseline left. Hummel to the cup, lays it up and in.
Carolyn Hummel, who had 28 when the two teams met last year, gets her first 2 points this afternoon. The Mount has their first lead at 36-34.
Yeah, I've just talked about her right at the end of the second quarter. Lamont comes right out and gets an easy bucket.
On the other end, Lady Bears go to work. They throw it away. Turnover by Morgan State. It'll be Mount basketball. 2-point lead. They have the rock. We are just underway in the second half. With the walk up, Juliet Lawless. Lawless operates in the half court on the dribble with the right hand. She'll feed Daly Sullivan around the perimeter for Catrice Dixon. Dixon on the bounce right hand. Feeds the wing. Freshman Sullivan will hold. Ball above head. On the bounce with the right hand. 15 to shoot. Dixon top of the key. Goes right wing for Agantovich. Kayla spots up inside the arc. Knocks down the deuce. Kayla Agantovich as the Mount has their biggest lead of the afternoon at 38-34.
Yeah, that's an easy bucket by Agantovich. And that time, Lexus Spears, she's got to come out there and put a hand up. And that's her second bucket that she's scored right there in the paint with no bodies on her.
Morgan has to get an early timeout, Ramona, as the Mount has come out with 4 points out of the locker room to make what was a 34-34 ball game a 38-34. Mount St. Mary's advantage. They finished the first half strong. They started the second half strong. Morgan State looking to see if they can get it together, get back in gear, down 4 at 38-34.
Well, like I said, Hamel, who went into the locker room at the end of the second quarter with no points, comes right out early on and gets an easy layup down low. And then Agantovich, she's just doing what she did early. No one is coming out and contesting any of her shots, and she's a good shooter, and she's been able to knock down the easy jumper in the paint.
Agantovich in double figures. She had 24 last time out for the Mount when they took on Fairfield, so she has the hot hand. And they're doing this despite the fact that their leading scorer coming into the game, Ashley White, has yet to score a single point. But you have to love it if you're the coach. Your leading scorer hasn't scored, but you have the lead at 38-34.
Yeah, Ashley White, who didn't start this, the third quarter, didn't even start the game, but definitely when she's out there on the court, she definitely makes a presence, although she hasn't put any balls in the hole.
Off timeout, it'll be Lady Bear basketball. On the half court, Kayla Horn on the bounce with the right hand. Horn operates on the wing right side. Switches left with the dribble around the perimeter. The kick to Jahia Chavis along the baseline. BB Farrar. BB back up top for Chavis. 8 on the shot clock. Jahia on the dribble right hand. Chavis for 3. Rides rim, won't go. Rebound, Lexus Spears. Her putback is good. Lexus has 10 points on the afternoon. Morgan climbs to within a deuce. The Mount has the 38-36 lead. Back the other way, Mount St. Mary's. In the half court, Kayla Agantovich. Agantovich has his baseline left. She'll leave before Carolyn Hummel. In the paint, Juliet Lawless around the perimeter for Sullivan. Daly for 3. That's an air ball. Weeks out of rebound, Morgan State's Kayla Horn. Back the other way, can the Lady Bears. Morgan on the move, right to left. In the half court, Horn to the cup. Lays it up, off glass, won't go. Misses the layup, rebound Mount. Here comes Mount St. Mary's. In the half court, that's Juliet Lawless. Feeds Catrice Dixon. Dixon up top, throws it away. Off the outstretched arms of Carolyn Hummel. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Morgan will inbound three-quarter court. Meanwhile, Ashley White back on the court. She'll replace Daly Sullivan in that Mount St. Mary's backcourt. With the walk-up, Kayla Horn operates in the half court. The junior on the bounce with the left hand. Feeds the wing, Jahia Chavis. Chavis up top, Adriana Coleman. Right wing for Kayla Horn. Entry pass down low for Lexus Spears. Lays it up, in. Gets the bucket, draws the foul. Sweet entry pass by Kayla Horn. Lexus finishes, earns a trip to the free throw line, looks to complete the three-point play.
Well, that's what I like about Horn being out there on the court, Lamont. She's able to run the offense. She's looking to get assists as opposed to scoring, and in that time able to find Lexus Spears on the box.
Lexus completes the three-point play as she makes the charity toss. Lady Bears reclaim the lead at 39-38. We had 7:21 remaining in the ball game. Meanwhile, we got a timeout on the floor as the shot clock was not moving. So they're going to get the shot clock situation rectified. 7:20 remaining in the third. Morgan State, Mount St. Mary's. Morgan with the 1-point lead at 39-38.
Well, that's disappointing for Morgan State, who was putting a lot of pressure on Mount St. Mary's and actually kind of threw the ball away and were able to retrieve it. And come on, shot clock workers.
Yeah, got to get it together over there as they're taking a peek to see exactly where it should be set. as wasn't running. Only 1 second came off, but clearly there was more than 1 second.
Absolutely.
So they're going to have to evaluate exactly how much time they should put on the shot clock. Stoppage comes with 7:20 remaining. We're in quarter number 3. We got a good one, competitive one between Mount St. Mary's out of the Northeast Conference, the NEC, and Morgan State out of the MEAC. 39-38 is the Morgan State University advantage. Lady Bears looking for a little payback as the Mount pushed Morgan around last time they met, 65-50 a year ago. Two teams have met 14 times in the history of the programs.
7-7.
Yeah, we're all tied. So this is for the tiebreaker.
Exactly.
Right here. Something got to give here at Hill Fieldhouse this afternoon. Morgan in the Mount.
And you know what, Lamont, Morgan State, you know, with Kayla Horn, she was brought in here to be that point guard, and I definitely like to see a little more of her out there on the court because she's running the offense. She's finding the open players. She's allowing the offense to get set up. And no one stopped Lexus Spears. I mean, she's missed a lot of easy layups, but you got to give her an opportunity to get there because one of the things that she's been able to do is also get her own offensive rebounds and been able to knock it down. So I like Horn out there on the court running the offense.
Yeah, Kayla Horn, another dimension. Adriana Coleman, another dimension. Two things Morgan hasn't had in recent years, but those two players bring an extra dimension that I think is going to elevate Morgan's prospects in 2017, 2018. Got to get the rhythm, got to get everybody on the same page. And we got one player, a guard coach who was nursing a shoulder injury, Naomi Bolasing, who didn't play against Iowa, not playing again today. She also is an extra piece to the pie. And I think when Ed Davis gets all his pieces in place and gets everybody on the same page, the Lady Bears could be making some noise in 2017, 2018.
I think you're right, Lamont. In the past, you know, Morgan having some talent, but just not enough in terms of being able to score and not having a big presence such as Lexus Spears, being able to stay on the court for a long period of time. And so this year she looks pretty healthy, and she understands also this is her last year, so it's do or die. And so I like what Coach Davis has put together. But I'm definitely liking this Horn out there running the offense and playing as her position, which is a point guard, something that Morgan hasn't really had that type of player who's not just – and BB, you know, she can handle the ball. She's not afraid to handle the ball, but she's also looking to score, and she's had to be that scorer. Now you got Horn who can run the offense, can find a BB Farrar open, but also can find other players on the court open like she did with getting the ball down to Lexus Spears on the box.
So after an extended timeout, they're going to put 21 seconds, it does appear, on the clock. It'll be Mount St. Mary's possession. They will inbound about three-quarter court. It'll be Kayla Agantovich who will trigger in the entry for the Mount. Again, 1 point separation. Morgan has the 39-38 lead. We got 7:13 remaining. We're in the third quarter from Hill Fieldhouse on the Morgan State University South Campus as we resume play. Mount St. Mary's with the rock. In the half court, Ashley White. Sophomore on the bounce, right hand. Up top, Agantovich. Right wing, Juliet Lawless. Lawless on the bounce with the left hand. From the free throw line, the kick to Agantovich. Kayla will dribble left of the lane. Has it now, baseline left. 10 on the shot clock. Agantovich picks up the rock. Feeds Carolyn Hummel. Spots up for the jumper. Knocks down the deuce. 6'2", and got a little bit of range as Carolyn Hummel knocks down the deuce. The Mount reclaims the lead at 40-39.
That time Morgan State was in a man-to-man defense, and Hummel got that nice little jump shot. Lexus Spears got to come out there and contest that shot.
On the other end, Morgan goes to work. BB Farrar on the bounce with the right hand. Morgan senior baseline right. Cross-court skip for Chavis. Jahaya for three. That's brick off glass. No good. Long rebound, BB. Morgan resets. Down low, Lexus lays it up. Misses the layup. Gets her own. Puts it back up. Again off target. Rebound this time, the Mount. That's Catrice Dixon with the rebound. Back to the way. Left to right comes the Mount. In the half court, Dixon operates on the wing right side. Ball stolen by Adriana Coleman. 2-on-0. Coleman all the way to the cup. Lays it up and in. Uncontested left-hand layup by Adriana Coleman. She has a dozen on the day. Morgan reclaims the lead at 41-40. Back the other way comes the Mount. Behind the back with the dribble, Ashley White. White is walking with the rock. Got a little too Harlem Globetrotter-ish, and so she turns it over on the travel. Tried to do a little ball fake, but she turns it over. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Hey, she's a tough one, though. She had like 3 players on her and put the ball behind her back, and then all of a sudden got a little extra, you know, the and one. She's been watching too many videos.
Back the other way come the Lady Bears. Orange and blue operate in the half court. That's the junior. That's Kayla Horn. top of the circle. She'll feed Chavis. Around the perimeter, Williams. Left wing, BB Farrar. 15 to shoot, 5:45 remaining in the third. Horn, top of the key. Kayla dribbles the paint. Throws up the floater in the lane. Too strong. Back rim won't go. Rebound, Kayla Agantovic. Back the other way, come out. Agantovic, top of the key. Dribbles the paint. Down the lane. Lays it up right hand. It falls. Kayla Agantovic, dribble penetration. Finishes with the right hand. The Mount back on top, 42-41. Other and Morgan. Up top, BB Farrar. The Morgan senior between the circles. Dribbles around the perimeter, has it on the wing right side, 15 to shoot, BB for three. That's strong, won't go. Rebound, Lexus, her putback is good. Lexus Bears got 14 points on the afternoon. Morgan back on top, 43-42.
Lexus Spears that time able to knock down the easy layup.
Back the other way, come the Mount. Kayla Agantovic feeds the paint. That's Catrice Dixon. Dixon cross-court skip for White. Touch pass up top, Lawless. Juliet to the cup. Juliet Lawless finishes down the lane. Uncontested Matador defense by Morgan. Lawless accommodates with the right-hand scoop to the hole. Ed Davis got to talk it over. I'm sure he did not like the way Morgan played defense last trip down the floor. We're going to keep things here through the timeout. We got 4:41 remaining. We're in the third quarter. It's getting kind of hectic here at Hill Fieldhouse on the Morgan State University campus. A back and forth affair, Ramona. Right now it's the Mount up 1. Mount St. Mary's 44, Morgan 43.
Well, Mount St. Mary's must have Alexis Spears' number and say, let's continue to keep tacking the bucket because she's not stepping out there. You gotta foul or you gotta step your body in there quick enough, and if nothing else, take a charge. Something that she likes to do, and haven't really seen that. She's just letting her opponents just have their way and putting up some easy buckets, and Morgan's also came out into a man-to-man defense, and like I said, Hamel, she stepping away from the bucket. Lexus Spears has also got to come out there and contest her shots because we know she's capable of knocking down 28 against Morgan, and she's already starting to get a little warmed out. Right now I think she has about 4 or 5 points. So Morgan State needs to settle down, and I think Lexus Spears will be catching her breath coming out of this timeout.
This is one of those games the Lady Bears clearly want to find a way to put in the win column, but they're playing a team in Mount St. Mary's hasn't won a game all year long. So they're hungry, they're thirsty, they're starving for a W, looking to get it on the road today against the Lady Bears of Morgan State University. Off timeout, it'll be Morgan basketball. Lady Bears will have possession. Morgan will inbound in the half court. BB Farrar will trigger in the entry. Off the entry, Kayla Horn controls. Horn goes back to BB on the wing right side. Up top on Nisha Williams. Around the perimeter for Jahia Chavis. Chavis feeds up top to Kyra Williams. Down the lane, lays it up. Won't fall. It does fall. Rise rim. Falls in for Kyra Williams. Her first field goal of the afternoon. Morgan reclaims the lead at 45-44. On the other end, a double dribble on Ashley White. White will turn it over. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Well, that was a good timeout by Coach Davis. Got his team to settle down a little bit. Able to come out and execute, and Tyra Williams knocking down the easy layup.
The Mount zones up 2-3 on defense. Morgan goes to work in the offensive set. Jahia Chavis goes baseline BB. BB dribbles the paint in the lane. Spots up for the jumper. It's sweet by BB Farrar. BB knocks down the deuce. BB has 11 on the afternoon. Morgan up 3 at 47-44. Other end, the Mount. Ashley White will hand off to Chaterica Settle. Around the perimeter it goes. Catrice Dixon, cross-court skip for White. Ashley's open for 3. Buries the ball. Ashley White drops the triple. That's first points of the afternoon for the leading scorer. All tied at 47-47. Morgan in the Mount.
And that time Ashley White was wide open for an easy bucket.
Other end, Morgan goes to work. BB Farrar dribbles through the zone, lays up the scoop. Rides win, won't go. A whistle, gonna get a foul. It's gonna work against BB Farrar, I believe, fighting for the rebound after she missed the scoop. No, actually, not against BB. They're gonna get Anisha Williams, her first. Team foul number 1 on Morgan State.
Yeah, that time she wasn't set to get that offensive board. Instead, she reached over and got called for the foul.
So it will be Mount St. Mary's basketball. They're looking to break a 47-47 tie. 3:28 remaining in the third quarter. In the half court, Ashley White controls. Feeds the wing. Jeterica Settle. Baseline for Hunter Olson. Hunter faces a trap. Hunter's in some trouble. Going to get whistle a timeout. Maria Marciano, the head coach, bailed out Rolson with a timeout. Timeout stops the clock with 3:20 remaining. Third quarter of play. We got a battle on our hands this afternoon, Ramona. Morgan and the Mount all tied at 47.
A battle it is, Lamont, and Morgan State. Like I said, Lexus Spears sitting out on the bench, needs to get that breather, but I look for her to get right back into this game. And if Morgan can settle down and run their offense and find a way to continue to feed her and Coleman on the box, I think that's an easy bucket. And then for Mount St. Mary's, Ashley White, been called for a few turnovers, but she was wide open and she's starting to get a little warmed up and found a way to put the ball in the hole finally. And her being the leading scorer, Morgan better keep their eyes out on her.
Off timeout, going to be Mount St. Mary's basketball, 18 to shoot, 3:20 remaining in the quarter. Off the entry. The Mount controls. Baseline Rolson up top, White poked out of bounds by the aggressive Jahia Chavis, the Morgan sophomore with the quick hands. Mount will maintain possession. Ashley White for Mount St. Mary's will inbound in the half court. Feeds Jeterica Settle. Left wing, Catrice Dixon. Cross-court skip for White. Ashley loads and fires for three. It rims out. Won't go. Rebound Rolson. Hunter lays it up. Won't go. A whistle. Gonna get a hack. But either gonna get Anissa Williams for the personal. Stops the clock with 3:06 remaining in the third. Williams picks up her second, team second.
Well, Morgan State staying in that man-to-man defense. In some kind of way, White continues to keep finding herself wide open, and that time it just rattled in and then rattled right out. And but Horn, the freshman, is able to get a offensive rebound, get herself to the free throw line, but unable to knock down the first one.
Hunter Rolson, a 60% free throw shooter on the season, does miss fire on the first toss. We remain deadlocked at 47 and 47. Hunter will have one more toss coming her way. Slight knee bend, 3 dribbles, 1 spin. Second toss en route. Takes it, rims in. She makes it 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Hunter Rolson. It's 48-47, Mount St. Mary's lead. We got 3 minutes remaining in the third. In the half court, Morgan State's BB Farrar on the bounce with a right hand. Up top, Adriana Coleman. Coleman around the perimeter. Bounce pass in the paint on Nisha Williams. Williams wheels, winds, loses the handle. The ball going to be retrieved by nobody. Goes out of bounds. Last touch, I believe, was a Mount St. Mary's touch. No, a Morgan touch. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball. The Mount will inbound, looking to increase their 48-47 lead. Triggering in the entry will be Jeterica Settle with the walk-up Ashley White. White in the half court, the kick to Settle. Jeterica, ball above head. Up top, White. Left wing, Catrice Dixon. Dixon will hold on the wing left side. Top of the key for White. She'll feed the paint. Rolson, Hunter, 2 dribbles, low post. Shot blocked by Lexus Spears. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lexus. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball.
Yeah, but that Hunter Rolson, that freshman, she is not afraid. She had 2 big bodies from Morgan State on her, but she was trying to get to the hole.
Ashley White to inbound for the Mount. Off the entry, Settle. Jeterica feeds White. Open along the baseline. Spots up for 3, air ball. Weak side of rebound, Morgan State's Jahia Chavis. Back to the wake of the Lady Bears. In the half court, BB. Farrar to the cup. Lays it up. And in. Gets the bucket. Draws the foul. Hoop and the honk for BB Farrar. On her way to the stripe, looking to complete the 3-point play.
Wow, Lexus Spears, who's struggling with trying to get easy little layups. You got BB Farrar, bodies all on her, staying focused and able to knock down, not an easy layup, but she knocked down a layup and got herself to the free throw line.
BB takes, BB makes the free throw. BB Farrar with 14 points on the afternoon. Morgan with the 2-point lead at 50-48. We got 2:22 remaining in the third. Here comes the Mount. Ashley White in the front court. Jeterica Settle. Ball to bounce. Good hands by Anissa Williams. Forces the turnover. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Morgan State showing that full court press. And that time Ashley White gave it up too quick. And for Mount St. Mary's, another turnover.
With the walk-up, here comes BB. The Morgan senior from St. Louis operates in the half court. On the bounce with the right hand. BB sets up shot between the circles. The kick left wing to Jahia Chavis. Chavis top of the key, Lexus Spears. Right wing, Adriana Coleman. Coleman on the bounce with the right hand. Bounce pass in the paint for Lexus. Loses the handle. Ball loose along the sideline. Picked up by Morgan. That's BB Farrar to the cup. She'll lay it up. It's blocked. Put back by Anissa Williams. No good. Another rebound from Morgan. Put back is good by Lexus Spears. Drops the deuce. Extends the Morgan lead to 4 at 52-48. On the other in the Mount, in the half court, Daly Sullivan. Left wing, Catrice Dixon feeds Jeterica Sutton. Jeterica baseline left, throws up the scoop off target. Rebound, put back Rebecca Lee, no good. Rebound Morgan State. Lady Bears look to come back the other way. In the half court, Morgan operates. Lady Bears have it in the half court with 1:23 remaining before the third quarter expires. BB goes right wing, Adriana Coleman. Coleman goes up top. That's where she spots Jahia Chavis. Chavis on the bounce right hand. Up top, Adriana Coleman. Coleman back up top for Chavis. 4 to shoot. Baseline Coleman. Her baseline 3. Knocks down the baseline 3 ball. Adriana Coleman. Morgan extends the lead to 54-48. 54 seconds remaining in the quarter.
4 seconds left on the clock. She looked very poised and an easy bucket for her.
Jahia Chavis with the steal for Morgan. Chavis to the cup, misses the bunny. Put back by BB, off target. Rebound, corralled by the Mount. Here comes Mount St. Mary's the other way. In the half court, adds Kayla Agantovich. Cross court skip, Daly Sullivan. Sullivan on the wing right side. Up top, Jeterica Sutton. Back to Sullivan. Floats and fires for 3. Rides rim, won't go. Rebound, Subtle. Jeterica lays it up, blocked by Lexus Spears. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Mount. It'll be Morgan State possession.
Oh, Lexus Spears, she's having a game today, Lamont. Getting it done offensively and defensively. Nice block by Lexus Spears.
23 seconds remaining in the quarter. No shot clock. Lady Bears can play for the final touch of the quarter. Morgan up half a dozen at 54-48. With the walk up, that's the junior. That's Kayla Horn. Between the circles, Kayla will run the point. On the bounce with the right hand, Morgan will look at the clock, run down, as again they're looking to hold for the final shot of the court. Takara Williams in the lane, lays it up off rim, won't go. Rebound Lexus, put back off target, a whistle, gonna get a hack. But if the only push
come on.
by Lexus Spears as she pushed the back of Juliet Lawless, that was really uncalled for by Lexus.
Absolutely.
They're gonna maybe talk it over, maybe look and see if there's a video review. There was a foul beneath the bucket. It was going to be on Juliet Lawless of Mount St. Mary's. After the foul, Lexus Spears pushed the back of Juliet Lawless, and that's what drew the whistles, and that's what was going to draw a video review, I think, by the officials to determine exactly the disposition of how this one should flush out with only 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and that's not what you want. Just talking about the type of game that Lexus Spears is having, getting it done offensively as well as defensively. And you don't want to see this situation happen where she could be, ejected from the game or cause Mount St. Mary's to get on the free throw line to get easy buckets.
They do get Lexus for a technical foul. Frankly, I think it was a justified technical foul on Lexus. We do have a personal foul on Mount St. Mary's, Kayla Agantovich, and all this comes with 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. The officials are going to go over to explain what they have determined to both coaches, Maria Marciano from Mount St. Mary's and Ed Davis from Morgan State. And now they go to the scorers table to make sure that they are on the same page with the disposition of the foul. So I think Lexus will be shooting free throws. She was fouled on the play. And then Mount St. Mary's will also be shooting technical free throws as Lexus picked up a technical foul. So the score sits at 56-48. But we got a lot to flush out here in the final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Morgan and the Mount, a little bit of testiness, getting heated. Almost like Morgan Coppin. No, not quite on that level.
Not quite there. But when Lexus Spears, on this last play that got her to the free throw line, she went up for an aggressive rebound and then tried to do a reverse layup. And just got to like her aggressiveness and what she's given offensively and defensively. And she's been able to knock down a few free throws, Lamont. And so once again, she's got to be able to control her composure. She doesn't matter whatever happened. You got to understand that you need to be able to stay on the court for your team.
Kayla Agantovich at the free throw line. She'll look to complete the technical free throws for Mount St. Mary's. Agantovich 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Makes both free throws, cuts the gap, goes to 57-50. Morgan over the Mount.
Well, the referee just confirmed, which is pretty much what you had said, Lamont. Personal foul, and then unnecessary roughness foul. That's a football term.
Yeah, that's football.
Yeah.
Same difference. Meanwhile, a top of the key 3 at the buzzer by Ashley White. She had a 3-ball at the end of the second quarter. It's another 3 at the end of the third quarter. As Ashley White, who was the leading scorer, didn't start, but still making her presence felt as the third quarter comes to an end. Morgan has the lead at 57-53. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to step aside when we come back at you with promises to be a very entertaining fourth and final quarter. At the end of 3, your score, Morgan State University Lady Bears 57, Mount St. Mary's 53. We're back right after this. We are HSRN, the voice of choice. Hey, Coach, got one girl that came in late for them.
Oh, late. Yeah, I was like, okay. Where's she at? But then
I only include the players that really play a lot, so I didn't have her. But then
I saw her.
I brought it out because they did put her on
So you was talking that football. I got unnecessary roughness.
Same thing.
Excuses are unacceptable, and excellence is our goal. Pick up your copy today by visiting our website at www.inspiredmag.org. Remember, be inspired.
The voice of choice.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right back at you. Hoop happens, Hill Fieldhouse, Morgan State University campus, serving up holiday hoops, HSRN style. Fourth and final quarter underway. We get underway with a foul on Mount St. Mary's. Kayla Agantovich picks up her second personal foul. Will put Adriana Coleman at the free throw line for Morgan State. Adriana takes and makes the first free throw. The Morgan Junior will have one more toss coming her way. Takes it, rims out, no good. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Adriana Coleman. Morgan up by 5 at 58-53. The Mount has the rock. And a half court, Catrice Dixon feeds the wing, Juliet Lawless. Up top, Ashley White on the bounce right hand. Ashley will leave it for Lawless. Around the perimeter, on the weave, spots Kayla Agantovich. On the bounce with the right hand, Kayla goes right wing for Ashley White. 10 to shoot. Sophomore on the bounce, left hand. She'll switch right, feeds the paint, down low, Rebecca Lee. Rebecca loses the handle. The kick baseline for Dixon. Catrice loses the rock. Retrieved by Rebecca Lee. Her shot blocked by Janessa Fauntleroy. Shot clock expires. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Good defense for 30 seconds by the Lady Bears in the half court. Morgan earns a turnover. Lady Bears get the rock. With the walk up, BB Farrar. The Morgan senior gets it across the timeline, operates in the half court on the bounce with the left hand. Picked up by Ashley White at about half court. BB dribbles around the perimeter, has it on the wing. BB on the wing right side, now has the top of the key. On the opposite wing, she'll go left wing for Adriana Coleman. Dribbles the paint, we're going to whistle, a push, a foul. Going to get a slight push off on Adriana Coleman. Adriana has a slight smile on her face. He says, yeah, you caught me, referee. That's a little slight push off. I didn't think he was looking. So they're going to get Adriana for the push off. For Coleman, that'll be her second. With the walk up, here comes the Mount. Ashley White on the bounce left hand. Feeds Juliet Lawless. Cross-court skip for Kayla Agantovich. Top of the key for Agantovich. Left wing White. White, top of the circle for Dixon. Left wing, right wing actually. Juliet Lawless feeds the wing baseline. Agantovich, her three on the way. Rides rim, won't go. Rebound, Rebecca Lee. Big girl gets the board. A reset of the shot clock for the Mount. Along the baseline, Agantovich does not shoot the three this time. Dribble the paint to kick to White. Ashley for three. That's on target. Ashley White buries the bomb. Starting to feel it from distance. Cuts the lead to 2. Morgan up 58-56. 8:15 remaining in the ball game. Other end Morgan. Kayla Horn on the run, right hand. Won't fall. Off the rebound. A whistle. They're going to get a hack. They're going to get Janessa Fauntleroy for the personal for Morgan. Her first, team's first.
Yeah, that time for Morgan, I'm not quite sure what Horn was doing after I talked her up earlier, and I didn't give her players enough time to get set to run the offense.
In the half court, layup right hand by Juliet Lawless. Morgan falling asleep on defense. Juliet Lawless working on a 7-point afternoon. We are tied at 58-58. The Mount on a 5-0 run. Other end, Morgan. Lady Bears operate in the half court. BB Farrar, top of the key. BB down the lane, lays it up, won't go, but a whistle. Get a hack. Go to work in the paint. Go to work against the Mount at the 7:46 mark of the fourth. Going to get Ashley White for the personal. That's her third. Team second. Going to put BB Farrar at the free throw line. The Morgan senior will be shooting 2. BB takes. BB can't make the free throw. Lady Bears have struggled from the stripe this afternoon. Uncharacteristic of Morgan. Normally a good free throw shooting team. Only shooting 7 of 14 as a team. 50% from the free throw line this afternoon.
And BB Farrar being one of those players you can count on from the free throw line.
She makes the second one, does BB. 1 of 2 from the stripe. 15 points on the afternoon for Farrar. Morgan up 59-58. The Mount with the rock in the half court. Kayla Agantovich on the bounce left hand. She'll hand off Juliet Lawless. We're going to push and we get a legal screen. Will work against the Mount. We're going to get Agantovich for the personal. Kayla Agantovich picks up her third. Team's third. Lady Bears will walk it up 1 at 59-58. In the half court, BB Farrar. Cross court skip for Jahia Chavis. Along the baseline, Adriana Coleman. We get a push away from the rock.
Wow.
This one's going to work at the 7:27 mark. Going to get Kayla Agantovich. She picks up 2 quick ones. That's 4 on Kayla Agantovich. She has been the most active offensive player for the Mount, but she has to sit, coach, with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, that's one of those little touchy-feely. She ran all the way over, couldn't stop her feet, and kind of ran into Coleman, but works for Coleman.
Off the entry, Coleman with a baseline jumper. It's off target rebound. Juliet Lawless. Lawless has it in the half court. Mount looking to go to work. They're down 1. Morgan 59. Mount St. Mary's 58. 7:15 remaining in the ball game. Lawless feeds the baseline. Rebecca Lee. Rebecca lays it up. Left hand won't go. Rebecca gets her own. Rebecca throws it back up. It won't go. Rebound. Morgan. Lexa Spears. Outlet. BB Farrar. With the walk up, the Morgan senior. BB operates in the half court. Farrar has it met at half court by Ashley White of Mount St. Mary's. 6:55 remaining in the ball game. Morgan with the 1-point lead and possession. Up top to Kyra Williams. Left wing, Jahia Chavis. Top the key for BB. Farrar steps inside the arc. Thought about the spot up instead. She'll feed to Kyra Williams. Gonna get a whistle, a push, a foul. Gonna get Ashley White. That's 4 on Ashley White. 4 on Kayla Agantovich. So they're 2 leading scorers on the season. Both have 4 personal fouls.
And these fouls are touchy. When there was a lot of bodies over here, it could have gone a couple of different ways on this last possession at Mount St. Mary's, but interesting refereeing going on right now.
Takira Williams at the stripe for Morgan. Takira will take and make the free throws. That was the 5th team foul on the Mount, so Morgan will be shooting for the balance of the ball game. 2 team fouls on Morgan. Takira Williams takes and makes the first one. It's been not a very big scoring day for Takira, just her 3rd point on the afternoon. Morgan up a deuce at 60-58, 6:44 remaining. And Takira going to be shooting 1 more. We have a technical foul on the coach of Mount St. Mary's.
Okay.
I think she's upset with some of these touchy-feelies.
Yeah, especially when nothing got called down here on her freshman Hunter, who was trying to, like, she's battling down there. Nothing got called, so I can see the coach being frustrated.
And she has 2 of her key players in foul difficulty.
Right.
Ashley White with 4. Kayla Agantovich with 4. Ashley White has to leave the floor. And so you have 2 of your primetime players not on the floor in a close ball game late in the game because of foul difficulty. That probably got the ire of Marcia Marciano, the head coach of the Mount St. Mary's. She drew a technical foul. 1 of 2 on the technicals for Takira Williams. She takes the conventional free throw and misses it. Again, Morgan struggling from the stripe. The lead is 3. 61-58. Here comes the Mount. 6.5 remaining in the ballgame. In a half court, Daly Sullivan. She'll feed up top Catrice Dixon. Catrice for 3. Side of the rim, off target. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Mount. It'll be Lady Bear basketball. Morgan will inbound. Lady Bears will come back the other way. With the walk up, BB Farrar. BB operates in the half court. BB on the bounce with the right hand. Operates against Jaterica Settle. BB around the screen, has the top of the key, feeds down low, Lexus lays it up. Rise rim, won't go. Rebound to Kyra Williams. Her putback is good. To Kyra Williams with the follow. Morgan extends the lead to 63-58 with 6:14 remaining in the ballgame. Other in the mountain. Up top, Daly Sullivan. She'll feed the wing. Catrice Dixon. Dixon throws it away. Stolen by Morgan State's BB Farrar. BB has it backcourt. Morgan looking to walk it up as we slip inside of 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Meanwhile, Maria Marciano has to get her 2 primetime players back on the floor. Ashley White and Kayla Agantovich set to check in at the next dead ball. On the wing, Adriana Coleman. Down low, Lexus Spears lays it up, and in. Lexus gets the deuce. Morgan up 65-58, 5:40 remaining in the ball game. Other in the mount, up top, Dixon. Dixon, top of the key. She'll leave it on the wing for Jeterica Suttle. Suttle, cross court for Daly Sullivan. Sullivan on the bounce with the right hand. Daly, cross court. She'll leave it for Suttle. Suttle on the bounce right wing. She'll go cross court with the rock. Ball stolen by BB Farrar. BB, 1-on-2. BB attacks to the cup. Lays it up, misses the bunny. Rebound pulled down by Daly Sullivan. Here comes the mount. Daly Sullivan down the lane. Throws up the floater, drops the deuce. Daly Sullivan with the 7-point afternoon. Cuts the Morgan lead to 5 at 65-60. We slip inside of 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. In the half court, Morgan goes to work. BB on the bounce with the right hand. The Morgan State University senior met at half court by Jeterica Suttle of the mount. She feeds the wing, Adriana Coleman. Opposite wing for Jahia Chavis. 8 on the shot clock. Up top to Kyra Williams. 5 to shoot. Right wing, BB. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. BB down the lane, lays it up and in. Gets the bucket. BB Farrar goes down hard on her hip. She is in pain. Is Morgan State senior BB Farrar flat on her back in the lane. We're going to get an injury timeout as BB Farrar did make the bucket. There was a foul. BB, however, is on her back, unable, at least for the moment, to shoot the free throw. We got the trainer on the floor.
Wow. And
we got some concern. Not only is she the leading scorer on the team for Morgan, she is the leading lady for Morgan State University hoop. And BB Farrar, the senior from St. Louis, already over 1,000 points in her Morgan State career. But she went down in obvious pain, fell hard. It appeared to be on her hip, and she's being tended to by the trainer as we speak. Appears to be in some agony. There is some movement there, and Morgan State concerned about BB, and as a result, the entire gym concerned about the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, Brandon BB Farrar.
Yeah, Lamont, I heard that all the way over here, and we had headphones on. I heard her, literally go down, and she elevated high to get up, but she just came down really hard, and I'm sure she's going to feel that come tomorrow, but she's a trooper. She'll be back out here on this court. She's not going to sit out for these last 4 minutes. She's just going to catch her breath. She'll be back on the court.
We're going to have to get somebody to shoot free throws for her because that was an N1, I believe. She made the bucket. She got hurt on the foul, and she came out of the game, and Coach Davis may have to sub in somebody to shoot the free throw. We're going to get a timeout, though. We'll keep it here through the timeout. It comes with 4:38 remaining in the ball game. Morgan up 67-60. Again, BB Farrar now up, did leave the court. The good news is she left without assistance, went to the bench without any help from the trainer, is seated on the bench and is still in some obvious discomfort, some pain. Obviously, we don't know the specifics of what the injury is. We're hopeful she's going to be able to come back. But in the meantime, in the between time, Ed Davis probably going to have to sub in somebody to shoot the free throw with 4:38 remaining in the ball game.
Well, right now, who are you going to pick? Morgan's been struggling from the free throw line, and so maybe he knows something we don't know, because right now I couldn't tell you who needs to come in and shoot those free throws for her. But with Morgan being up with by 7 points, Mount St. Mary's just brought 2 of their best players back into the game. You got to do a couple things. If I was a coach, I'm like, we're going to work a little clock, and then let's just keep driving into the areas of those players who are in foul trouble and see if you can get them out of the game. But Morgan State should not be in a rush to jack some balls up right now, Lamont. Just keep working the offense, because right now it's working. And I look for Coleman and Spears is back on the court for Morgan. Feed the balls down to them, because right now nobody is stopping them. So Morgan State, take your time. And it looks like Kayla Horn's coming in to shoot the free throw for BB Farrar.
Kayla Horn early in the season 60% from the free throw line, so she'll sub in for BB Farrar. and will shoot the N1 free throw with 4:38 remaining in the ball game. Kayla takes. Kayla misses the free throw. Front end no good. Rebound Morgan. Lady Bears reset. They get the rebound off the missed free throw. They go to work in the half court. 4.5 remaining in the ball game. Up 67-60. Up top to Kyra Williams. Left wing, Jahia Chavis. Chavis on the bounce with the right hand. Feeds home. Top of the key. Kayla on the bounce right hand. To the cup. Lays it up. Won't go. Rebound Lexus. Her putback off target. Rebound tracked down by the Mount St. Mary's. Kayla Agantovich. Agantovich has it in the half court. Feeds Catrice Dixon. Dixon top of the key. She'll leave it for Ashley White. Back to Dixon. Deep triple on the way. Front rim. No good. Rebound Morgan State's Jahia Chavis. Back to the wake of the Bears. 2-on-1. Chavis to the cup. Her shot rims out. Won't go. Gets her own. Put back off target. Another Morgan rebound. Put back by Adriana Coleman. Goes down. Coleman with the deuce. Lady Bears doing work on the offensive window. Increasing the lead to 69-60.
Yeah, but they're playing like they're the ones who's behind, you know. Run some clock.
In the half court, the Mount goes to work. Up top, Kayla Agantovich. Has it top of the key. Left wing, Juliet Lawless. Jim with the paint. Down the lane. Lawless feeds the baseline. That's Rebecca Lee. Lays it up. Won't go. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Morgan. It'll be Mount St. Mary's possession. 12 to shoot. 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Ashley White to inbound from Mount St. Mary's. The sophomore throws it away. Stolen by Morgan State's Lexus Spears. Lady Bears look to come back the other way. Kayla Horn controls in the half court. Kayla goes to work with 3:25 remaining in the party. Morgan 69, Mount St. Mary's 60. On the wing right side, Jahia Chavis. Up top, Adriana Coleman. Ball poked away, but Coleman retrieves backcourt. She'll work it in the half court with 10 on the shot clock. Kayla Horn controls. Gets a screen from Takara Williams. 5 to shoot. Horn top of the key. Kayla splits the defenders to the cup. Lays it up. Misses the layup. Rebound controlled by nobody. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Morgan. It'll be Mount St. Mary's basketball.
Yeah, Horn right now definitely looking a little bit out of sync, and she was out of bounds and trying to tip the ball back in. Not smart play on Kayla Horn from Morgan State.
Back the other way comes the Mount. In the half court, Ashley White. Cross court skip, Dixon. Dixon feeds baseline. Juliet Lawless. Run dribble in the lane. Lays it up, won't go. Rebound Adriana Coleman of the Lady Bears. Morgan boards. Orange and blue come back the other way. Lady Bears have 69-60 lead. We got 2:40 remaining in the ball game. Morgan goes to work in the half court. Kayla Horn controls, the junior between the circles. Leaves on the wing for Jahia Chavis. Cross court for Alexis Spears. Back up top, Chavis. 10 on the shot clock. Chavis on the wing. Chavis on the bounce. Chavis top of the key. Chavis down the lane. Lays it up. Won't go. Weak side rebound. Adriana Coleman. Morgan resets. Got a fresh 30. Up top, Kayla Horn. Between the circles, the junior operates with the left-hand dribble working. Lady Bears looking to work some more clock. Chavis operates up top. Sophomore on the bounce with the right hand. Chavis feeds Kayla Horn. 15 to shoot as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the party. A trap. Kayla Horn dribbles around the trap. In the paint. Down the lane. Throws up the runner. Won't go. Ball retrieved by Rebecca Lee, but she steps on the baseline. Rebecca got the block and the rebound for the Mount, but after she got the rebound, inadvertent toe on the baseline, she turns it right back over. It'll be Lady Bear basketball.
Yeah, you know, just a freshman mistake. Lamont, she's out there. She's working hard, but that time not recognizing where she was out there on the court.
Meanwhile, Alexis Spears will have a seat on the Morgan bench. She's replaced by Anissa Williams. 8 on the shot clock. BB Farrar back in the game. All alone beneath the bucket, Adriana Coleman with the kiss off window. Big time bucket. Good look, BB. Good finish, Adriana. Morgan has a 71-60 lead. Minute 45 remaining in the party. Other end the Mount. Up top, Catrice Dixon. Dixon goes cross court skip for an open Daly Sullivan. Her 3 ball is sweet. Daly, the freshman, drops the 3 ball from the wing. Right side, the Mount not finished yet. The Mount trying to mount a comeback with a minute 37 remaining in the ball game. It's a 71-83 lead for the Lady Bears of Morgan State.
Well, Daly Sullivan in the first 2 quarters of mine looking very timid out there and doing a little more work in this second half, but she's a force to be reckoned with, so maybe that's why she was ranked 77th. Just getting a little slow start, but she's coming on from Mount St. Mary's. But right now, I think Morgan State is definitely in the driver's seat. BB Farrar, like I told you, I didn't look for her to continue to sit on that bench. She would be back on the court. Comes in, finds Anisha Coleman for an easy layup. So Morgan State definitely in the driver's seat to get a W today.
Good news is Lady Bears have the 8-point lead. The bad news is Mount St. Mary's going to be putting Morgan on the free throw line sooner or later. The Lady Bears have struggled from the stripe this afternoon. In the half court, Adriana Coleman controls for Morgan. She'll go baseline, Anisha Williams. Back up top, BB. 23 on the shot clock, minute 28 remaining in the ball game. Along the baseline, Chavis up top. That's BB Farrar. BB feeds the paint. That's to Kyra Williams. Lays it up, rims out, no good. Gets her own, loses the handle to Kyra Williams, turns it over. Boy, you got to kick that out and work some more clock. But Takara took it to the rack as the Mount gets the rock. Down low, that's Dixon. Dixon lays it up, won't go, but a whistle and a foul. Wow. Did you see that flip?
That girl is
Ashley
athletic.
White?
Yes, I did.
You remember Gabby Douglas in the Olympics?
Yes, I did.
She was a gymnast. She was doing some Gabby Douglas stuff.
Man,
did you see that? Did you see that?
I saw that. I told you this girl, she's athletic. I like her.
That's Ashley White. We're talking about the sophomore for the Mount. Takes but can't make the free throw.
Well, she gets points for that flip back up, but you got to get some points up on the board, and so you got to knock down your free throws when you have that chance.
She might be in the 2020 Olympics. She might take Gabby's spot. Let's see. Free throw, second free throw, good by Ashley White. Cuts the lead to 71-64, minute 5 remaining. Lady Bears turn it over. Boy, you got to work clock the last 2 times down the floor. The Lady Bears didn't do it. Let's see if the Mount makes them pay. Mount has the rock. Up top, Daly Sullivan. Sullivan goes right wing. Touch pass, Agantovich. Her three. Knocks down the free ball. Baseline, right side. Kayla Agantovich pulls them out to within 4. With a 71-67 Morgan State lead, this bad boy isn't over, and it's all about composure down the stretch for Morgan State. I think the last 2 possessions were both opportunities to take significant time off the clock, as Takara Williams missed a layup, got the rebound, and she went right back up with it. No, Takara. Clock is your friend. Work clock. You got to be mindful of where you're on the floor, what the clock reads, who your allies are. Use the clock like an additional teammate. Work the clock. The clock is your friend when you're on top. Lady Bears haven't done it the last 2 possessions, and the Mount is indeed mounting the comeback, Ramona. 50 seconds left in the game. 4-point separation. Morgan 71, Mount St. Mary's 67.
Absolutely, Mount. Like half of your team hadn't even gotten on the other side of the half-court line, and you're trying to like shoot buckets when, like I said, all you got to do is work clock, keep your composure, and now you're just giving, Mount St. Mary's a little edge here, and they were able to knock down 2 back-to-back threes. And wow, like you said, this game is not over with yet.
Not by long shots. Morgan State, Mount St. Mary's. 51 seconds remaining in the ball game. Morgan State up by a count of 71-67. Full court pressure by the Mount. Lady Bears inbound. Off the entry, Adriana Coleman. Mount still not fouling just yet. BB controls. She'll nurse the basketball. She'll work clock. BB has it. Top of the key. We get a whistle. Finally a foul. Going to get Catrice Dixon. Will pick up the personal with 38 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now Lady Bears need BB to make it happen from the stripe. Again, Morgan has struggled from the free throw line throughout the course of the afternoon. BB will have 2. Takes, makes the first free throw. Farrar will have one more toss coming her way as the Lady Bear lead is 72-67. Second free throw en route for BB Farrar. Misses it, side of the rim, no good. Still life for the Mount. Back to the win. Mount St. Mary's, they turned it over. Stolen by Jahia Chavis. Lady Bears in the half court again, gonna work clock. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Up top, BB Farrar. Between the circles, the Morgan State senior feeds Jahia Chavis. Cross court, the Mount, I'm surprised not fouling just yet. Jahia Chavis has it at half court. Jahia faces a trap, finally a foul. Why foul then if you just wasted 20 seconds?
Yeah, I think
foul 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, with White, she didn't want to foul, because that would have been her 5th. But, trying to stay on the court, but not recognizing like it doesn't matter at this point.
At this point, so you got to foul because you're still trying to win the game.
Right.
And that's it for Ashley White. She's fouled out of the game. Jahia Chavis will be at the free throw line for Morgan State. Opportunity for Jahia Chavis
at the line, shooting 2.
To make a couple of free throws for the Lady Bears. Jahia takes but can't make the first one. She'll have one more. That was a problem today. Free throw line. This game might already be over if the Lady Bears are taking care of business from the stripe. The Morgan sophomore has another toss, takes it and makes it. 1 of 2. from the free throw line for Jahia Chavis. Morgan up 73-67, 15 seconds remaining in the game. A steal by Morgan's Adriana Coleman. A foul by Kayla Agantovich. That's her 5th personal foul. Agantovich has fouled out of the ball game. Adriana Coleman will be at the free throw line. She'll be shooting a pair for the Lady Bears. So for Morgan State, looks like the first win, Ramona, over a Division I opponent. If they can hang on these last 14 seconds, a couple of wins over Division II foe Lincoln and Cheney. Could be getting it done here on the home hardwood against the Mount of Mount St. Mary. First free throw by Adriana Coleman is good. Coleman will have another.
Yeah, definitely a good win for Morgan State. A little ugly toward the very end of the game, and it's not kind of how you want to go out, but a win is a win.
Both free throws good by Coleman. The Morgan lead is 75-67, 10 seconds left in the game. In the half court, the Mount. Hunter Olsen throws up the baseline jumper. That's off target. Rebound, BB Farrar. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. I hear the buzzer. That's the ball game. This bad boy is in the bank. Lady Bears of Morgan State University get it done. Wasn't easy, though, and it wasn't pretty, especially down the stretch. But you'll take it when you're not playing pretty and you still get wins. It's win number 3 on the year for the Lady Bears. They improved to 3-3 overall. 75-67 your final. For the Mount, they're still looking for their first win of the year. They slipped to 0-5 on the 2017-2018. Took a collective effort from Morgan State University, but they got it done, Coach, 75-67.
Well, I tell you what, Mount St. Mary's, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Very, very young ball team. Some very good, solid players, good ball handlers. And, you know, even though she came on a little late, Hunter Rolson, she did some work, and Rebecca Lee got a few little minutes, and like all these kids are young. Lamont, they're freshmen and sophomores, and they didn't play a bad little game out there. So, you know, right now they're going away with another L, and so that makes them 0-5. But for Morgan State, definitely a collective effort. Coleman looking good out there. BB Farrar doing what BB does, and Lexus Spears definitely had a good game offensively and defensively.
Indeed, Lady Bears able to get it done on this day. Sunday hoops, Morgan State style. Morgan with the 75-67 win. Big W for the orange and the blue as they again get their first non-conference win, yes, but their first Division I win. They moved to 3-3 on the year as Morgan State able to find their way in the win column. But this is going to be a Mount St. Mary's team that I think they got some pieces. They're a very young team. Their leading scorers are both sophomores, and Kayla Agantovich and Ashley Lee. They got the freshman Daly Sullivan. Carolyn Hummel didn't have the entire game, but we saw some sparks, and we saw how she got 28 last year. I think first-year head coach Maria Marciano has some things that she can work with for this Mount St. Mary squad as they look to get it done against foes, as they have some games coming up against non-conference opposition. But Morgan a winner, and we're joined courtside by the head coach of the Lady Bears, Ed Davis. Coach Davis, the good news is you won. The bad news is it wasn't pretty at the end. Talk to me about the overall effort of your Lady Bears.
Well, you know, I got to look at first of all, the win, and for this group, that's probably the first non-conference win that we've had against an opponent in a while, even with Coach B. So, you know, I got to give the girls the props of hanging in there and winning that game. Pretty much, you know, I felt defensively we were okay. Right now, it's our rotations on substitutions that's hurting us. We got to figure out what kids can rotate in on certain cycles and what kids that we can't play. But, you know, I was pretty pleased overall, and unfortunately, like you said, it was an ugly win, but we have to take it.
Missing a piece, Naomi Bolasing has a shoulder situation, so she's not. So you don't have everybody in the mix now. But I guess you're still in the process of figuring it out since it's early in the season. Who do I got? Who can do what?
Well, you know, if you look at it, it should be my seniors. I mean, I don't have time to worry about the mistakes that KP is going to make. She's new. I don't have time to worry about the mistakes Coleman's going to make. I mean, basically, what has to happen is that the seniors, and, you know, like between Lex, who I think steps it up, BB's got to play through it, but the key is to Kyle Williams. I mean, she's got to make great decisions at the end, and she's got to play defense because I have to play her until Bolasing or someone else gets a little better that I can play them. But other than that, like I say, I got to take the effort. We try not to give up any more than 58 to 60 points on these type of teams. So I take the 75 points versus the fact we gave up 60. So, I mean, you got to take the high end with it in terms of the win.
All 3 wins have been here at home, Coach. The recipe now is to see if you can take this on the road and get some W's in somebody else's building.
Definitely, and that's one of our objectives. Thinking back, we haven't had a road win non-conference wise. It's been a lot. UMBC, it's probably the last one we've had. So we're trying to get back to that level.
Yeah, Coach, we saw BB Farrar having a good game like she normally does, and took a hard spill down there. So can you just talk a little bit about where BB is? I didn't expect that she would continue to sit on the bench. She's a little trooper.
Well, basically, BB and I had a talk this morning. It's about BB trying to enjoy her senior year. I mean, she's the one kid that's been through all the turbulence of the program, up and down, but she stuck in there and did some things. So I just told her, you know, you're the kid that we got to come to. I got to follow your lead. But she stepped in. She came back. She said, Coach, I'm ready. I'm okay. So I had to go back with my captain to try to get that victory.
And the Lady Bears indeed get the win. Now you're on the road up in Connecticut on Wednesday. Hopefully you get another one in the win column, go above 500. But enjoy this one here today, Coach.
Thank you very much.
That's Ed Davis, head man in charge. Morgan State University hoop as the Lady Bears get it done by that 75-67 count. And I think this was a good win just for the psyche of the program, to beat a team that your rival beat, Coppin, to take care of business on your home court, to show you can beat a Division I opponent. And now let's see if they can translate that when they go up to Connecticut on Wednesday.
Absolutely, Monty. It was a good win. You know, sometimes when you're playing outside of Division I and you get wins, I mean, it's good to have those W's, but then you kind of like wonder, you know, where do we really fall? What type of team do we really have? And then so for them to be able to regroup after, you know, coming off of a tough loss against Iowa, and then able to come in here on their home court and be able to get it done.
22, Lexus Spears. She led the way for the Lady Bears. 10 of 17 from the field. A double-double for Lexus as she had 14 rebounds. Again, 22 points, 14 boards for Lexus. 21 points for Adriana Coleman. 18 for BB Farrar. Those were the 3 in double figures for Morgan State. For the Mount, got an 18-point performance from Kayla Agantovich before she fouled out. A dozen for Ashley White as Ashley didn't start, came off the bench and made some things happen. 10 points for the freshman Daly Sullivan. Not enough for the Mount as they're still looking for that first one on the year. They fall to 0-5. That's about it. We're going to put this bad boy in the bank. Before we close, I want to thank Back at the Mothership on the Wheels of Steel. That's the Big O, Omar Bashir. Big O will be in studio tomorrow night when we move this one to Emmitsburg, Maryland. And we'll have the same 2 teams doing it all over again. Different gender. It'll be the men. It'll be a 7 o'clock tip time. We will pregame at 6:50. Morgan State University men against the Mount of Mount St. Mary's. I want to thank my courtside partner, Ramona Riley-Bozier. Once again, your final from Hill Fieldhouse on the Morgan State University South Campus. Morgan State University Lady Bears 75. The Mount from Mount St. Mary's 67. We are HSRN, the voice of choice.
All right, my brother, I'll talk to you tomorrow night.
All right, man, that works. Thank you, O.
Yep.
Peace out.